Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 27 of my 1 versus 3 versus 3 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against two separate teams of 3 Emperor AI per team, and I'm playing as the Halfling Dreadnought, Welby the Tinkerer. In our last episode, we began gathering our forces for the attack on 2 more of our opponents, in this case the teammates of Colm the Lucky, who is the human warlord that we've already eliminated from the game. You can see here that we have Camille Moonflower, the halfling rogue, and Awanesse the custodian, who is a high elf theocrat, and we're now kind of gathering our forces to really bring the fight to both of those teammates of Colm. So you can see here that we actually have the throne city of Camille, the halfling rogue, that we have in sight, and we also have a city belonging to Awanesse here, Fairfields, that we're gathering our forces on the outskirts of. So again, we're bringing the fight to Colm's opponents, and we're hopefully going to keep that momentum going. Again, in a couple episodes back, we captured Colm's throne city here of Sightvale. We're in the process of absorbing it into our empire, and we're going to try and kind of do the same to Camille and to Awanesse. So let's see if we can keep that momentum going this episode. Now, before I dive in, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout outs to a few individuals who left some fantastic comments on the last episode. The first of those comments is from Insert Username. Now, Insert Username made an excellent observation here, and we can zoom in and take a quick look at what he's pointing out. So, what Insert is noticing is that if you see here, Awanesse actually has her units kind of in this sort of linear stack here, where she's got a group here, a group on the city, and then another group to the south. And what Insert is pointing out is that if I actually were to position Warmaster Hobby and this extra stack of units here, I could probably engage this battle where I'm only pulling in this stack, and this final stack back here isn't even going to factor into the battle. And I think that's an incredibly good observation and something I totally missed. So again, if I position these correctly, I should be able to do this battle without too much trouble, hopefully. There's a few reasons why this battle is probably doable, given that these units won't be involved. Now, if we look at our units here, you can see that since we have mostly machines, they have 100% spirit protection. And if we look more closely at the units here that belong to Awanesse, you can see that they're doing spirit damage. Like, again, they do some physical, but they do quite a bit of spirit damage. And most of our units are immune to that. In addition, because we have strong will, Blood Brothers from Warmaster Hobby giving strong will to everybody, including this engineer, we actually won't even have to worry about conversions. The only unit that can get converted in this battle is going to be the Musketeer. So, again, lots of good things here, and I think that really is in our favor. So, excellent observation there from Insert Username. The next set of comments here is from John Calabro. John suggests that now is the time to start producing Juggernauts. And in particular, we could start using the city of Hard Thistle to do this. There's a few reasons for this. One is that Hard Thistle has quite a bit of production, and that's going to allow us to hopefully get those Juggernauts out a little bit more quickly. We can currently produce cannons and flame tanks in a single turn. However, there's another reason, and that is that we have the Flowrock Quarry, and we've already built the Flowrock Citadel upgrade in Hard Thistle. And what this does is it means that produced machine units have plus 10 extra health, so that's just going to mean our Juggernauts are that much stronger. Now, the only negative side about producing Juggernauts is that we have to build this industrial plant, which is going to take 4 turns. However, I think it's going to be worth it to have our Tier 4 unit in the game. So let's get that going. We will take John's suggestion and start working on that for Hard Thistle. Insert Username actually agrees with John as well. He pointed out that I now kind of have the economy to be able to kind of handle and to be able to support these Tier 4 units that I'm going to then be able to produce. In addition, I can probably kind of afford to have Hard Thistle not producing machine units for a few turns, given that I've kind of got a little bit more of an upper hand. Things are a bit more stable, so that gives me a good opportunity here where I don't necessarily have to have Hard Thistle just cranking out machine units every turn for the next few turns. The next comment here is from Samuel Gomes. Samuel just wanted to give kind of a reminder here that when it comes to Phoenix Warrior and Resurgence in general, so Phoenix Warrior is a spell that Leo has, what Samuel's pointing out is that I could use that spell on units that I'm trying to level up. So in particular, let's say I was working on a few episodes back, I was trying to evolve this Dread Spider baby into what is now the Dread Spider Queen. And I had to be very careful because the baby isn't the strongest unit. I didn't want it to die once I had it at silver metal. I was trying to get it to evolve. If I use Phoenix Warrior, I could then take more risks with those units that I'm trying to level and hopefully get some additional experience, kind of, big risk, big reward sort of thing. But the risk isn't really that big since the unit has Resurgence. So good point there from Samuel to make sure that I'm using Resurgence where possible to make leveling up units easier. Finally here, there's a comment from Albtrom. Albtrom pointed something out that I've actually never really encountered before in Age of Wonders 3, and I've played hundreds of hours of this game, and I don't think I've ever come across a battle that has gone the full 30-turn limit. Because what Albtrom is pointing out is that there is actually a 30-turn limit when it comes to battles. Now, this is relevant, and it kind of builds on what Albtrom had pointed out in a previous episode, in a comment on a previous episode, which is that I need to make sure I'm taking advantage of opportunities to heal my units and to drag battles out a little bit longer where possible using immobilization abilities. So things like Entangling Touch or Throw Net. And that will allow me to disable the final unit of the enemy's forces, use a few extra turns to heal my units, and kind of get as much benefit out of the battle as possible. The only caveat being that I can't go more than 5 turns without attacking. I can't go 5 turns without attacking. If I'm the attacker, I have to do damage to the defending units within 5 turns or else the battle is over. You've seen me take advantage of this little quirk in order to kind of keep my scouts alive. So if I can keep the defending unit undamaged for 5 turns, the battle will end. But also, the battle cannot go more than 30 turns. And what I'm assuming will happen, because again, I've never actually experienced this, but if a battle were to go longer than 30 turns, the battle would end, and I believe the defending unit would win the battle. So just a really good reminder there from Albtrom. Okay. So as always, guys, thank you very much for the comments and suggestions. As always, they are extremely appreciated. Very, very insightful. Now, let's get started on this episode, and I think we are going to begin with what Insert has suggested here, which is we can move these units. So let's move War Master around like this, and this stack in here, and then I think we can engage this battle. And would you look at that? We are not pulling in that extra stack. So it's saying closely matched, but I think we're going to be able to handle this one without too much trouble here. Okay, so let's see now. Ooh, Slayer's Doubt, I think that was. So it looks like, let me double check that. Yeah, it looks like that was applied to my Musketeers here. So what this is going to do, it's basically just going to destroy their morale. And their movement's going to be heavily impeded. So not a huge problem since I wasn't really going to be using them much this battle anyway. But they are going to be extremely susceptible to conversion now, so I'll have to make sure that I keep them kind of out of harm's way. Now, with my cannon, I would like to start doing some damage here, so let's blast the Exalted there. I suspect once I do this, the enemy units are going to start pouring out from behind the gate here, so I'm going to want to be a little bit careful. There we go. And then our flame tanks we can start advancing with, because once the units come pouring out of the gates, we're going to be able to douse them with fire, which I think is going to be very good. I think we'll send the party robot over this way. Now we'll keep our engineer with the cannon so we can reload it, and we will keep War Master kind of in behind here so that he can repair any of our machines that take any massive damage. Now, one thing to note is that I cannot cast any spells this battle with Welby, so I am at a little bit of a spellcasting disadvantage. That's one thing I have to make sure I'm aware of. Now, we also have to be careful because the touch by faith that's been applied to these Exalted, as you can see, they have 20 resistance. So they're going to be a little bit more resistant to being doused with fire. But I should still be able to... Oh yeah, I can still put the hurt on them pretty good. So let's do that. We got to step up one more time. There we go. Very nice. You know what? If we wiggle our cannon around, can we get them in a line? We can't, unfortunately. You know what? With War Master here, we can probably... Yeah, we can take out the Exalted without any real problem. And then the Evangelist isn't really in great shape either. Let's see. Could we do this? Excellent. And then now this is a halfling, meaning that it could get lucky. But we could probably get the kill here. So we're going to do a minimum of... Oh, actually, we won't. There's no guarantee on this. We're going to do a minimum of 16 damage and a maximum of... Well more than enough. We need to get the kill. So... I think we do a max of 23 there. So... Let's... You know what? And there's only a 10% chance of lucky. I mean, ideally, I'd like to keep these engineers able to reload my cannon. But I don't want to use up the cannon shot on the Evangelist. Yes! Okay, that was a bit of a gamble, but we did it, and it worked out just fine. Alright, so, give me a sec here. I just need to, I guess, replace the battery in my mouse. Give me 2 seconds. And there we go. We are back. Minor technical difficulties. Don't mind me. There we go. Okay. All right, let's get back into it. So, now we have this cannon. Let's figure out here what we want to do with the cannon. So, I think we will move up like this, and then I think we can basically... Yeah, look at that. That's some big damage there. Let's do it. And of course, the enemy are in a nice line for us, too, which makes that even better. Now, this cannon... It looks like there was another line there that we could maybe take advantage of. But, of course, we are... Yeah, we need to reload. So let's keep the cannon kind of at the back here. Reload there. And then... We can move up with our flame tank, maybe. Although, you know, I don't want to get my flame tank any more involved than I need to, because I don't want it getting, you know, self-destructed to smithereens there. If it gets killed, it'll blow up. Okay, we'll do this. And then I think what we'll do is we'll bring our party robot in to just draw some of the aggro a little bit. Meanwhile, our musketeer... can kind of hang back. There he is. Okay, I think that's going to do it for our turn. Okay. So we had a few things go on there, so it looks like... Yeah, the Exalted has come over to attack our engineers, which is kind of good for us. We can just kill them off with War Master here, I think. Yeah, fantastic. That's good. And then, you know what? We might be able to get... Yeah, we can get a shot in with our Musketeer. Oh, and look at that. We can get the kill on the Exalted unless it gets lucky. Nice. Even with the fumble, we got the kill. That's fantastic. Okay, cannon can move over like this. We can blast that Pony Rider and the Evangelist, so let's do it. Nice, and there was no lucky applied, so that worked out super well. And then, ooh, look at this. Big damage here. Nice. Followed by a little bit more from our party robot there. Excellent. And of course, these Jesters are still hanging out behind the walls there, so we're going to have to deal with that. Let's move our engineer. Reload our cannon. And then, now, can we get over here with our flame tank? Ooh, we actually don't want to go that far. Back up one. Ooh, not quite enough. Okay, so our flame tank's going to be out of commission for this turn. That's okay, though. The cannon, on the other hand, here, we can step over, perhaps, and try to blast the Jesters, or we could just kill the Evangelist. Maybe not the worst idea. Let's just do that. Ooh, lucky. Of course. Ooh, and our engineers are actually taking a bit of a beating, so we'll have to be kind of careful. We don't want to lose them. Now, we can't quite get in there, so let's just start... Oh, and a lucky's going to cause a problem for us there. Do this. Yeah, we'll blast them there. Just kind of put the work in on these little jesters here. There we go. All right, now let's see. Can we do any healing or anything like that? War Master. So we have... Yeah, we don't have any healing abilities aside from our machine repairing abilities. And you know what? It might be nice to actually drop a nice big repair on the flame tank over here. So let's do that with our emergency repair. Repair that machine unit up. Of course, our engineer is kind of in rough shape, but I think he'll be okay. Ooh, and it'd be nice to not have to hit my other units here. Back up one, perhaps. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we can get the kill. Excellent. So yeah, there we go. We took that army out without really losing anybody. All of our units are in really good shape. And that's going to allow us now, I think, to do the next battle here. So let's advance this stack up. And then, yeah, now we can just fight these 3 units without any real problem, too. So, excellent observation there from insert username. Basically, this allowed me to take this city without having to wait for reinforcements and kind of all the potential issues that might entail. You know, again, it would have given Awanesse another opportunity to build up additional forces, bring in other units that maybe I can't see. All right, so let's think about this. So I think our cannon, we want to just do a little bit of damage to try and draw out the unit if possible. I'm expecting them to come out and attack me here, so... Of course, the engineer can't quite get there to reload. I maybe should have noticed that. Little oopsie on my part. The party robot, on the other hand, can step up like this. And you know what? We could at least do an emergency repair there. That's pretty solid. Meanwhile, I think, yeah, War Master can move over and do an emergency repair on this cannon. Very, very good. And our flame tanks can step up, because they are going to be doing some big boy damage, I'm sure. These units are going to most likely come out of their little hidey hole here. Yeah, there they come. And they're going to group up in a way that I can probably just fry them with some fire damage. Oh, yeah. Fortunately, that Eagle Rider is going to kind of be a little bit exempt, hiding behind the cactus there, but... Let's see, what if we go over it like this? Oh, yeah, there we go. Nice. So now this Exalted just needs to die. All right, let's try some cannon shots, maybe. Do a nice reload here. We could blast with a cannon, the Exalted. I wonder what kind of damage can we do with our firework here. Fortunately, not enough to get the kill. That's not really going to be of much help for us. This cannon, on the other hand, we can step up and blast that Griffin Rider for some big damage. Ooh, and now, can we get over there and maybe do some gas damage with our gas breath? Yes, we can. Oh, that's great. Let's do it. Nice. Okay, and now we can get the kill with our... There we go. And then, you know what? We should be able to step over with this cannon and get the kill. Now, let's just make sure we've done... Yeah, we don't have any other opportunities for healing or anything like that, so we'll step this cannon over like this, blast that Griffin Rider, and get the kill. Excellent. Okay. So just like that, we were able to take Awanesse City. We didn't lose any of our units. They're all still in really good shape. Wow, that's fantastic. Wonderful turn of events there. Very, very happy about that. Okay, so now we have to decide, what do we do with War Master Hobby? So, since we've taken the city, and I think I'm going to just absorb it, actually. Okay, so now I have to decide. I've got this spy drone up here, just kind of seeing what I can see. Looks like Awanesse has another city up here, so we'll probably keep going that way eventually. But I want to take out Camille's throne city. We have Holly here, who is going to advance in to attack the throne, and I think we're going to bring War Master along and help out, because Holly can't siege that by herself. So let's kind of do this. There we go. And then meanwhile, these machines here can just hang out, wait a turn, and then once they have the mobility back, they can then follow along. We have, of course, the reinforcements that were coming in to help with the siege here of Fairfields, but we don't even need them, so we'll just bring them in as reinforcements to then maybe start heading to the right over here to hunt down Awanesse. So, wow, that's an amazing turn of events. I'm very, very happy about that. Again, and I totally missed that. I didn't even realize, because I had looked at it. I knew that conceptually that's possible, but that, depending on unit orientation, you may not bring all the units into the battle. But I just missed it. I was looking at it and I didn't even notice it. So we'll just do merchandise in a lot of our cities here. As for Bittercrest, I think we're going to continue producing machine units, since Hard Thistle is going to be set on working on the Juggernaut production. So let's get a flame tank going there. Over to Assiet here. We could let's make a golem maybe. The reason I'm doing that is because then we'll have another unit that can go into the Shadowgate here and help out near Fula Zaire to help out clearing those structures. Beb Jun, we will do a cannon, I think. Bahas. I think maybe we will just do merchandise here for a turn. Ooh, and now, okay, we have Leo, so we have to decide what to do with Leo. Last episode, we actually killed off Quandria. We sent her to the Void for a couple of turns, and we reclaimed the city of Decry, which originally belonged to us and then was taken from us by Quandria. So now the big question is, do I want to send my units, further south and reclaim this city, or do I want to turn them around and start hunting down Quandria, who I'm pretty sure has probably her throne somewhere up here? And I think the answer is going to be, let's go north and start hunting down Quandria. Oh, and I forgot, Retromoria here, who I obtained from Quandria, she got feared in the last episode and ran out of the battle and lost her movement. So I'm not going to... I think I'll leave that stack there. It's a shame. I probably shouldn't have sent Leo off by himself, just in case he comes under attack. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be fine. But I'm going to send both stacks north to go and hunt down our opponent here. Now, we did have some other units underground. Looks like we've got ourselves an independent Tigran village. Oh, nice. Okay, they want to make peace. That's actually good for us. Now, maybe I can grab this treasure. Ooh, and it looks like it's guarded, so unfortunately I will not be able to grab the treasure. No such luck there. It would be awesome if I could find a way up to the surface. That would be fantastic. So we'll just keep scouting around over there. Now we have this fairy and this little guy, so I have to decide what I want to do with them. Of course, we lost this city to Camille. We had captured it from her, and then she managed to take it back, so... I think we'll use this little fairy as a... Oh, and look at this. Okay, so a Naga dwelling. Let's see. Maybe we can negotiate. No such luck. Well, we're going to trespass then, because I want that gold. Nice. And then we'll get out of their domain so they're not quite as mad at us. Meanwhile, this little guy, I suppose I could send him up through the cave entrance here, but I could also just start digging for some extra gold. And you know what? I think I might just start doing that. Yeah, let's just dig. Get some extra gold out of it down here. There we go. This little guy is just going to guard the city here, I think, for us. We did get this stack as a tribute from our vassal here. So let's send them up to reinforce Pimpton's kind of battle that he's got going on up here. You can see that we've got Pimpton stationed ready to siege Quandria's city. Again, Kurzu was at one point our city, and then Quandria took it from us. We do have a hero here. It looks like Shadow Elf Warlord, who's going to give us some issues. does have healing capability as well. So we've got some units kind of ready to go to engage that battle. And we've got reinforcements on the way to assist us as well. So we're going to wait one more turn to do this battle, and then we'll bring in our reinforcements to probably give it a shot. Looks like this unit can just chill out now that it's there. Another spy drone. Okay, that's our spy drone. I guess we can move on to the bridge. Sure, why not? Oh, and we had this builder who I was sending up to reinforce Pimpton's position, so provide some extra healing. So let's grab these haste berries, and then we're going to just head north. Actually worked out pretty well. It can group up with this flame tank here and just hang out. Now, we've got another cannon that we've produced in Hard Thistle. Our last for a while, because we've redeployed it to doing something different, which is focusing on those juggernauts. And that's going to do it for our turn. So now, let's decide on a spell we want to cast. We did do a few more spy drones to help us out with scouting. I can't remember here if there were any cities missing mana fuel cells, so maybe we'll just take a look at some of our new cities here and figure out if any of them are going to be absorbed soon. This one's in 2 turns. This one's a vassal. 2 turns left down there. Urzu, I think, is 3 turns, or Sight Veil, excuse me, is 3 turns. And this guy's going to be 5 turns, so nothing up there that really needs the mana fuel cells just yet. This is a dragon dwelling that's going to become ours as a vassal. It's going to be fantastic. Yeah, so I think we won't worry about the mana fuel cells, and I believe, yeah, we've already got it on this city underground, and I think we've got it on all of our Shadow Elf stuff. Yep. So let's... Oh, hang on. Did we put it on Fool of Zaire, however? Oh, you know, we actually... I was going to do merchandise here, but since we have so much extra gold, maybe we do a builder's hall or something. Because it would be nice to get this city able to produce at least a few units. Yeah, let's do the builder's hall. Alright, in that case, let's think about maybe what else we could do. Just go for another Hellhound here, just to have it, excuse me, just to have an extra unit. We've had all these join offers, which we're going to decline. Not interested in that at this point, so yeah, let's end the turn there. Okay. So now let's see what happens here. So we're going to keep an eye on Camille's area because, of course, you know, she could do something funny here now that we've sort of got her and Awanesse kind of, I don't want to say on the ropes, but we've at least got them paying attention to what's going on here because we've got our pretty powerful forces kind of on the doorstep. I'm sure Awanesse isn't very happy about us taking her city, so she may try to retaliate in some way if possible. And then we're really going to have to pay attention once Awanesse's turn is done. We're going to have to see what Quandria and Galendil do. I suspect Quandria is going to try and reinforce that city that I'm on the border of, so let's jump over here. Galendil is moving. I really haven't seen much from him. This is his vassal, of course. As is, I believe he has a giant, yeah, a giant dwelling over here that's also his vassal. But I haven't seen much from... Oh! Well, of course, as I say, I haven't seen much from him. We're getting attacked by a shaman, so I'll just let... You know what? I'm going to do this manually, and I'm going to surrender. That way I deprive him of any extra experience. I'm going to even see if maybe he decides to cast a spell in this battle. Use up some of his casting points. Nope. Okay, well, we're just going to surrender. So that deprives him of some experience, which is good. So I need to be careful. He's got some units that are going to start moving over. Now, I vassalized this elven city here, so it should be able to kind of defend itself against the odd unit here or there. But if he really brings down the heat on me, I'm not going to be able to rely on just this tier 2, tier 1 stack. That's not really going to be sufficient. So now, let's see what Quandria does. Now, of course, remember, as I said, Quandria is in the void for another turn or two here. I sent her there last episode. Yeah, kind of reinforcing his position, or her position, I should say. Moved the hero into... Kind of surprised the hero isn't leading this stack. Again, we've got a lot of powerful units here. I'm sure they would benefit from some of the upgrades of the hero, but... Sometimes the AI makes kind of funny decisions, so... Now, Zorn, I still haven't seen anything from Zorn at all this game, so I don't know where Zorn is. No idea yet. Zorn is a orc warlord who I'm sure is going to be a bit of a handful when we actually finally get eyes on him. Now, did Quandria do anything in the Shadow Realm? Nothing I can see, anyway. Yeah, we're still good in the Shadow Realm, so... Now, one nice thing about this upcoming battle with Quandria here is that since she is in the Void, she won't be around to cast any spells on us. Oh, wow, and look at this. Awanesse has surrendered to me. That's quite a surprise, given that I didn't take her throne. Well, you know what? I will happily accept that. Thank you very much. Honestly, I'm actually quite surprised, but I guess I just have overwhelming force, and she realized she can't... Okay, so that was her throne. You know, maybe that was the bulk of her main units here that I killed off, and she really didn't have much else. Oh, and look at this. I got 2 Shrines of Smiting out of the deal. Oh, boy. Now that is nice. Not to mention Awanesse herself here. She's a level 6 Theocrat. Boy, that's really nice. All right, well, let's do some of her upgrades here. So next level up for her, she will be getting Convert. So let's do Bestow Iron Heart, maybe. Yeah, let's do Bestow Iron Heart. Do Aura of Resistance. And ooh, I do like Sacred Arms. We'll do that. Touch of Faith is a pretty good one. And then maybe Chaplain as well. And then I think we'll save the rest for the level up. There we go. That's rock solid. Look at that. 2 free tier 4 units out of the deal. Thank you very much, Awanesse. Again, I was going to expect that to kind of go a bit longer, but now that Awanesse is out of the game, all we have left on the team of 3 is Camille, so she's now by herself. And we've kind of got our units closing in on her here, so let's do that. So we'll bring War Master over, and we'll bring Holly over as well. Ooh, yeah, this is going to be an adventure, though. We've got some big boy units guarding this city. Lots and lots of these pesky Shadow Stalkers. So we are going to be in tough. That is not going to be an easy battle. And I think we're going to need kind of all hands on deck. So let's get this machine stack over there as well. That is going to be quite the interesting battle, I think. So we will start sending everybody over. There we go. All right. Yeah, this is getting really interesting now. Since we've eliminated 2 opponents, yeah, we're in fantastic shape. Grab that gold with our little spy drone, and then let's keep moving along this way. Okay, oh, and looks like I think this is the merfolk dwelling. Remember right? Yeah, so let's see, negotiate. Nice, they want to open borders and have a peace treaty. I will accept that. And then let me know when they want to talk. Maybe they can become a vassal of mine. That would be pretty cool. Now, as for Welby over here, would be nice to go and clear out these structures, and maybe I could get another builder down here to throw down another fort, get some extra income generated from that. Although it would be also nice to clear out this spawning structure so it's not threatening me. Maybe I go over there and then redirect down, just so that this isn't going to harass my cities as much. So let's do that. Kill off these undead. Well, what Awanesse surrendering to me tells me is that I'm in a really good position in terms of the kind of relative power of my units, such that they're extremely strong, and I'm in a really good position, I think, which is ideal. So we're just killing off as many of these undead as we can, basically. Alright, let's drop a heal on my light elemental there. And then we can step right on up. Do a nice fire blast there for the kill. Then we can do the same over here. Ooh, lucky, of course. Light elemental can step on up and throw a weaken there. Nice level up. That's good. Let's do some damage here. There we go. Now, can we repair any of our machines? Flame tank could use a little heal. Very nice. And then let's do this. And then let's do this. Excellent. So that takes care of that spawning structure at least. So that should no longer be an immediate threat for us. Ooh, now, you know what? I actually wouldn't mind getting this ring. 60% fire protection. I think I'll take that. Now, I don't think I need that with Welby, but this might be good for one of my other heroes, so let's jump around. Retromoria actually has 40% fire weakness, so let's send it to her. I think she would benefit tremendously from that, since she is a shadow elf and has that innate fire weakness. Oh, nice, and we can still get down there. Well, not quite with our main unit, but if we do this, we can still clear out all these structures down here and then eventually get a unit over there. Or, excuse me, a builder over here to throw down another fort for us. All right, let's clear out this circus tent here. Okay, so our fire elementals here do a little bit of damage. This would be an opportunity where if we need to use... Let's try and reduce some movement. Oh, I was actually hoping that would just reduce movement, but that's fine too. This is one of those situations where if I wanted to throw down a... I don't have Phoenix Warrior yet with Colm, but eventually I can get Phoenix Warrior with him and maybe throw that on the fire elementals to let me go a little bit more risky with them if I need to. However, what we can do is move on over and do a nourishing meal. Buff them up a little bit. Meanwhile, I think we'll keep our flyers back just a touch like this. And then we'll let them come at us here. Yeah, so I'm glad I buffed up those fire elementals. Just making them a little bit tougher. Let's blast this Boar Rider for some big damage here. Very nice. And then you know what we can do? Get the kill with the flyer, and then thanks to killing momentum, we can still put in some work here, which is really good. Let's charge over and attack this Boar Rider. Ooh, fantastic. Meanwhile, the Yeti can go tie up the Deep Guard there. Now, Colm, on the other hand, could... Let's see, what kind of damage can we do? Whoops. Not a ton with the blow darts. Poison darts do a little bit more. Pistol shot, not ideal. Melee damage, not too bad. The Yeti can step up and probably get the kill here. Let's try that. Very nice. That's going to allow us to do this with our Fire Elemental here. Excellent. And then Colm can step up and get the finish. Good experience for him. Now we just got a handful of units left. Boy, those Yetis are nasty when they get going. Alright, let's try and farm a little experience here if we can. You know what, let's try for the Entangle here if possible. Very nice. And then we'll try and get the kill with our Fire Elemental here. Perfect. Nice level up for him as well. Alright, now, can we buy anything from the Traveling Circus that we want? Could grab an Eagle Rider, but that's pretty expensive, and I don't think we really need it at this point, honestly. So now, what do we do with Homestack? I think we're going to perhaps head kind of up this way. Maybe we go kind of more up the middle here and we start hunting down Galendil with Colm. I think that's actually going to be a pretty good plan. So let's send him up this way. Suppose we could go over and try and grab this, but I think we'll go up this way. So Colm's forces are going to kind of diverge to the left a little bit. And this cannon, actually, we could kind of join in a bit. You know what, we'll leave the cannon there because Colm can come in and clear out this structure, the Shrine to the Wizard King. That will allow us to do a bit more clearing, I think. Now, we did have an army that we wanted to maybe get over here. I'm just trying to remember what my plan was. I think it was to send Welby eventually over to grab this. Either that... Oh, no, it was this stack here. With this stack, I was going to head through the woods or into the water, I think. Yeah, there we go. So we'll head over like this, move on over and try and reclaim this. This city used to belong to Colm. It actually... We almost fought Colm here many, many episodes ago. So we'll send this stack over to reclaim that. Or I guess claim it, since we technically haven't ever had it before. We'll skip the research selection, and we'll pick that at the end of our turn. Now, this unit, on the other hand, I think we will kind of head up this way as well to join in with Colm. Nice to kind of be able to redirect like that. Now, before I do any spell casting, let's actually engage this battle here, I think. Just in case we need any spells from Welby. There we go. We got that engineer in there to help with reloading. And let's see, was there anybody else we were going to try and get into this battle? This stack, unfortunately, can't quite make it. All right, let's do it though, and we'll have spells if we need them. We'll engage this battle. You know what? We'll send the cannon over like this to engage. It's telling us probable victory. I think we have pretty good odds here. The only spells that are going to be coming are from the Warlord. Since, again, Quandria is in the Void. Berserk, okay. So a few of our units have gone Berserk, which is kind of annoying. Can be removed with Break Control. I don't know if we have Break Control. We have Cure Disease. We might just have to kill off our units, which would be kind of a shame. Fortunately, it looks like it's really only hit our Adventurer. Our Adventurer really took us a chunk out of this Slither, though, which is kind of not so ideal. Now, our cannon here can do some absolutely disgusting damage. Question is, do we want to try to maybe kill the hero? I think that's probably what we'll do. Yeah, oof, big damage there. And then same sort of story with this cannon, I think. Nice. Oh, Warrior's Honor, though. Okay, so Warrior's Honor. When this unit dies in combat, all other units owned by the same player gain plus 100 morale until end of combat. So that's something I have to make sure I'm thinking about. Let's see. What other strong units do we have that we might want to kill? Line of sight penalty is not so ideal. Let's just kill these hatchlings, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Now we can do a reload on one of our cannons. Let's pick maybe the strongest cannon. This one has the most... probably does the most damage as it's the most leveled up. However, I have to be careful because that cannon is also the one that's the most damaged. We'll reload it and hope that that doesn't bite us in the butt. Now, as for these little guys, let's take a look at Pimpton's abilities here. So yeah, I don't think we have anything we can use to get rid of that. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Oh, you know what? Can we bestow Iron Heart? I wonder if that would get rid of it. Let me look at it here. That's a bit of a gamble, but you know what? Let's... Oh, I don't know if I want to try that. I have a feeling that that might fix it. Nope. Okay, well, that was kind of silly. I just buffed the unit that's going to fight me now. That's a bit of an oopsie. For some reason, I thought that that would work, but I guess that only works on... that only works when it's a... mind control, not a debuff like that. Well, maybe, you know what? I could try a Dispel. Ah, failed. I just have to make sure that, hopefully Pimpton doesn't get killed here. That would be really not good. Because then all my units wouldn't have Resurgence. Ooh, my cannons are in a bit of trouble here. I feel kind of silly having used Bestow Iron Heart there on these adventures. Now let's see. Dispel should have a higher chance of working. There we go. All right. So now Pimpton can move a little more freely. I think we'll retreat back with Pimpton and just do a self-heal because he's in kind of rough shape. Now, ooh, look at this. We've got units in a line. That's really good for us. So we're going to move over like this and do some devastating damage there. That is fantastic. Then, you know what? We could probably kill the Nightshade Fairy here with our flyer. And then, yeah, still step up. Hurt that Succubus for some big damage. And then I think we could probably get the kill with the Feathered Serpent while we're at it. Blither's back to full health. Oof. Amazing. All right, now both of these cannons need to be reloaded, so let's just pull back. And we'll reload one of them. And then we can blast. Fortunately, we're not going to kill the Apprentice, so let's try for the kill on the hatchlings. Ugh. Again, I was just trying to reduce the damage output by killing one of the units. All right, our Sun Guard. Oh, our Sun Guard can 1v1 the Troll, or could go and attack the Umbral Weaver Charioteer. I think what we'll do is we'll aggressively park right there. And that way we can impede the Charioteer a little bit. Nice, our units are pretty tough. Boy, look at those Sun Guard just doing work in there on those Trolls. You really couldn't ask for much more. Now, as for these little units, I think what we'll do is we'll just kill one of them off like that. And then we'll use the cannon to kill off the Scoundrel. That Scoundrel's dangerous because it did have Sabotage, so I had to watch out for that. Let's get our Slither in there and do some work. Very nice. Little Adventurer can actually get up in there and contribute as well. Meanwhile, this cannon does need a reload. Both of these cannons are kind of out of commission. Reload that one. Might even retreat back just a touch and reload there. Pimpton can get back up here. I didn't realize you could touch by faith a cannon. That's kind of funny. Oh, you know what? Why not? Let's get a little more experience there. Okay, so now with our Feathered Serpent, we have to decide. Charioteer actually has quite a lot of health, so... Sun Guard can attack, so let's, you know what? Let's do this. Turn him around, and then turn him around again. And then flank with our Flyer for some big, big damage. And then our Adventurers can do a little bit more. Not quite the kill, unfortunately, but close to it. Nice, okay, the Feathered Serpent's a little bit worse for wear, but all in all, not too bad. So we'll heal him up. And kill off the Troll here with our little Adventurers. And then let's do some cannon blasting. A little reload action here. We can do it again. But before we do that, let's maybe farm some healing if needed. Healing's on cooldown, and we've already used Bestarian Heart, so I guess we can't really farm healing, unfortunately. I don't think there's really anybody else that can... Yeah, we've used the Feathered Serpent's healing on itself. Well, alright then, let's do another Cannon Blast. There we go. Nice level up for that cannon, too. That's great. Alright, very nice. So we cleared out Quandria's city here, and we didn't lose anybody. We got some nice level ups for some of our units. And, yeah, now we can take the city. Ooh, and look at this. We got some items, too, from that hero. Ooh, Feathered Serpent War Bonnet. Now, that is a decent item. It provides healing, fire protection, blight protection, floating, +1 resistance. Now, that is a decent item. Not to mention, we got a pretty good melee weapon, a mount here, fire protection. Wow, now that worked out well. We're going to have to kind of, you know, take a second here and figure out who we want to send those items to, though. That's going to be the thing. All right, let's absorb the city. And now we have to decide, yeah, so who do we send these items to? Now, let's take a look at our heroes. So, Pimpton is missing an accessory item. And he doesn't have any fire protection right now, so that might not be so bad for him. He also doesn't have headgear, so why don't we... The only thing is, though, this headgear does provide healing, which might be nice on another hero. But I think we'll just give it to Pimpton, along with the fire protection ring, which will give him, I believe, 100%. Yeah, so the combo of those two should be enough to give him 100%. Because that's, I think, 40 and 60. So this is 40% fire protection. That'll also give him 80% blight protection, which is pretty rock solid. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, all right, so let's see. What else do we still have left? We have the melee weapon and the mount, and then, of course, the crossbow. So let's look at the rest of our heroes. Just decide who to send these to. The mount could probably go to Retromoria, who does not have a mount at all. We have a jewel item coming her way. Leo could use the melee weapon. He really doesn't have much for a melee weapon there. Although Retromoria is kind of in that same situation with not a particularly good melee weapon. Yeah, War Master's in good shape. Awanesse is basically completely devoid of items aside from Bard skills here. So she could use some. Well, let's take a look. So how long would it take to get it over to Awanesse if we're going to send the spear over there? 7 turns. You know, I think I'd rather it just be used by Retromoria, personally. So we'll just do that. Now, as for the crossbow, we can send that maybe to Awanesse. There we go. I think that'll work out pretty well, actually. All right, so now what do we do next? I think maybe we cross the river and start getting aggressive with this army that we've got up here. We've got other units coming in to reinforce as well, so... I mean, we're not, you know, hard up for units. I think, plus now this dragon dwelling is going to defend itself very well. Yeah, I think we can afford to get pretty aggressive and just start sending our units in, so... Now let's jump up here, and can't see anything that's too scary, so yeah, I think we'll just cross there. Now, we maybe want something to protect the city a little bit. Maybe this unicorn can come in and do that for us. Just to have a unit there. Meanwhile, this flame tank, I think we're going to send up this way. Get him involved. And let's see. Lots of joint offers again. I think we're going to just hang off on most of these. Boltsaur would like to join us. That we're definitely not accepting. How are we doing down here? We almost have the Chamber of Rejuvenation. It's pretty cool in Endram. Let's get this engineer down there to maintain these lightning cannons a little bit. 2 gold metal lightning cannons. Oh boy. Yeah. Pretty cool. So again, once we have another unit or two in there, we're going to send them over to reclaim Vinstar, which was taken, used to belong to us, and was taken by Colm, so we want to reclaim that when we get an opportunity to do so. Now let's start sending these units up north here, and by the way, we will equip the mount so that when it... Whoops. We'll equip the mount so that when it gets there, it gets equipped right away. Don't want to forget about it. Some elemental units here. We could go for maybe a Dominate or something. Might not be such a bad idea. Ooh, look. Okay, never mind. We got units we got to go fight, so... what's this? Theocrat. And Shadow Stalker plus an Avenger. Okay, we have to be very careful, actually. Let's take a step over and see... Oh, yeah, and there's hidden units. That's what I was wondering. So we've got 2 Shadow Elf Assassins there that we're going to have to deal with if we go over there. So I was thinking maybe with Leo we get aggressive and try to kill off the Theocrat hero. The Archon Avenger is probably the most dangerous unit here, although these 2 Assassins with their Assassin Strike can really put a hurt on me. This Blight Elemental is an absolute beast, and he's going to have Blight Resistance, which is going to be helpful. Aircup Fairy. Yeah, you know what? I think we can probably manage this battle. We have to be careful because we don't want to do anything stupid here. Maybe this is stupid, but let's try it. I think if we use a few spells from Leo, I think we'll be fine. Okay, there's an instant Wrath. So with Leo, we're going to back up. And first thing we're going to do is throw Phoenix Warrior on... maybe on the Dread Spider Queen, since she's kind of in rough shape and is probably going to die. I think our Mystics, we're just going to go straight Werepanther, just for the health. Brew Brothers here can do some Cleaver action. Oh yeah. Big Cleaver action there, that's great. And then our Blight Elemental is going to be able to do some big boy work in here. The question is, who do I want to attack? Light up the Assassin or the Exterminator, or we could just aggressively park in defense mode. That's an option there. Spider Queen, perhaps we go, and you know what? We could try and web the Avenger, I guess. Maybe not a bad... yeah, let's do that. Nice, and we got it. That's fantastic. You know, we can use our coup de grace here. That would be pretty effective. So basically, the Dire Panther... let's see, coup de grace. What does that do? Okay, here it is. Melee attacks deal an additional 5 damage against ensnared and net, entangled, frozen, petrified, stunned, or webbed units. So because that unit is webbed, the Dire Panther would do a ton of damage. Of course, it's going to be reflected back at them, though. That's the only thing. So maybe it would actually be better to just pounce one of these other units. That's the big question. Because the Avenger is basically out of the fight here. That being said, it might be nice to just get the kill on them here while we can, or at least be very close to it. Buttercup Fairy's kind of in rough shape, unfortunately, or is going to be very vulnerable, I should say. Not really worried about the Blight Tusk Boar. I think we'll aggressively park our Blight Elemental right there. And you know what? Let's do it. Take that coup de grace. Now, of course, our Dire Panther's in rough shape and hopefully won't die, but... Okay, bestow Iron Heart. Ooh, Dire Panther down. Again, a bit of a shame since that unit was very, very leveled up. But ultimately not the end of the world. Maybe not my best idea. Because again, the unit was webbed. I probably should have just left them alone. Yeah. Bit of regret on that choice, but oh well. You know what? We could try for this assassin. That might not be so bad. Let's do some cleaver action here. Nice. And then that's going to allow us to blast the assassin for some big damage. You know what? That might change my decision-making a little bit. Now we can get some flank action. Yeah, that's great. Alright, so now let's try for a Dominate here with Leo. Nice, and we got it. Now all that's left is to deal with Virix. Okay. Well, might as well go for the web. No such luck there. Drop a Nourishing Meal on the Blight Elemental, I guess, just for the health boost. And then, yeah, let's step in and just start putting work in. There we go. Meanwhile, you know what? Let's just do some healing with Leo. I was gonna say we can do some fighting with him, but let's just do this. We can get the finish with our brand new assassin. Excellent. So a bit of a shame there that we lost that highly leveled up. And that was probably my mistake. I don't think I should have attacked that unit that had instant wrath. Just because, again, it was webbed, so it really was out of the fight. I didn't have to worry about it, and I still was trying to attack it. Anyway, though, the battle worked out okay. We killed off a hero, and we recruited an assassin. So, all in all, pretty happy with that outcome. Now, let's see what items we got. Okay, just a holy symbol. We'll just take that with Leo for now. It'd be nice to get Leo a shield of some kind. That would be good. Now, as for Retromoria here, again, if we leave the assassin alone, he'll probably get killed. But I don't really mind. I'd rather protect Retromoria here, I think. So I think what we'll do is we'll stack these two up together. Kind of maximum protection there. Now, we were building up a little bit of a force here to actually maybe go and reclaim Yargan, which was taken from us by some elementals. So I think what we'll do is we'll send a cannon over that way. And then we'll have a few units join the cannon. So we'll have one Storm Priest and a pikeman as well go to join them. And then again, it would be great once we have this done, we can start making engineers, and the engineers can go along with to reload the cannon. We're almost done it. Ripura's got one more turn. And then of course lightning cannons galore coming out of Rakelen, which is great. Right. Meanwhile, over here, again, I have to decide, do I want to try this battle? The thing that's kind of making me hesitant is that we've got multiple units here with complete fire immunity. I don't want to lose my flame tank, of course. So, we have... Yeah, we did finish the golem, so maybe we'll just wait for the golem to move in and reinforce. Yeah, so the only thing we have to worry about with the golem is shock weakness. That's good. Yeah, we've kind of already done everything with Pimpton. I'm just kind of zooming around, making sure. Let's look here. So we basically been all join offers, which we're going to ignore. There's Tenkin. Yeah, we're going to still ignore that. The Awanesse is out of the game. 2 turns, I think, after Colm, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Now, have we finished moving everybody else up here? I think we have. We'll do our production here, and then we can double check and see if anybody else needs orders here. Oh, here we go. This flame tank needs something to do. I think we'll send him up this way. Meanwhile, Bittercrest can now do a cannon. Assiet. Let's do a musketeer. Beb Jun, on the other hand, I think we already have a cannon, so now let's do a flame tank there. And I think we're going to send the cannon up this way. Meanwhile, these units can move in over here. Maybe kind of join in with this group with Colm here. So I think we'll kind of create a bit of a stack like this. And then that's going to be used to kind of go after Galendil up north up here. So we're sort of building that up. Now we have this builder as well who's finished this fort. I think we'll keep the builder moving because we want to get him over here, actually. So keep him going that way. Actually, we could build a fort right here just for this Heart of the Blight to get extra casting points. But I don't think we really need it that badly at this point, so I think we'll hold off. Bahas now. Don't have a ton of excess gold, so we'll just merchandise it. Now, here we go. The Throne City, former Throne City of Awanesse. We can actually do High Elf Griffin Riders out of this city, which is excellent. So, you know what? We might just do that. Not a bad idea. They'll actually get Fire Pistol as well, thanks to our upgrade as a Dreadnought. So, you know what? Yeah, let's just do that. Build her a couple extra units to guard these shrines, and then we can start going on the warpath with Awanesse up there. That'll work out pretty well, I think. So our little spy drone, what do we want to do with him? I want to get a better picture of what's going on in that throne, so we'll loop him up around. And this hero must have belonged to Awanesse. As for Holly, I think we'll keep her next to Hobby just in case they get attacked or something like that. Meanwhile, our flyer can move up this way to join in the party. Yeah, so this stack, you know what, we could send him over here to deal with this, actually, while we're waiting. I actually think that's a good idea. We can probably handle this battle without too much issue. I think these units have fire weakness. Yeah, they do. So that should be, hopefully, fairly straightforward. Okay. So, flame tank time. Let's see. Now, we can't do anything right yet, but we can do a reload on them. And then we can start blasting. So, if we go like this. Very nice. So, look at that. Big damage there. That's fantastic. And then, don't want my engineers to get killed. That's the only thing here. I mean, I could blunderbuss them, but that forces me to get in a little closer than I'm comfortable with. I think it'll be fine, though. Temple Guard can kind of step up. Now, hopefully they don't just gang up on the engineer and start blasting him, but we'll see. Okay, went after my flame tank. Ooh, and they froze my Temple Guard. Thankfully, they've grouped up really nicely for me, so I can just do this. Ooh. Amazing. And then I think with this engineer, I should be able to... Let's see, what kind of damage can we do with the grenade? Maybe if we step up like this. Turn them around that way. And then can we just get the kill like this? We're going to do a minimum of 9 damage, so yes, that will get the kill. And I don't think the penguins can kill the temple guard, so we're good. Perfect. Oh, they went after the engineers. Okay. No problem there. We'll just step up like this and fire blast the crap out of them. And then we can blunderbuss them to death. Nice level up for my engineers as well. Perfect. Okay. And that flame tank is now at gold medal, which is really good. Now has a chance to inflict immolation, which is pretty nasty. And we'll group up again. Now, what's over here? Ooh. A lot of ranged units here that I might not be as inclined to want to mess with. So, yeah, I think we'll just retreat back and hang out right here. This little guy can just chill out. Okay, and our spy drone can keep on doing its thing. Kind of running into a bit of a dead end over here. Meanwhile, our ferry, I suppose, can go up maybe north. I think that's what we'll do. We will trespass temporarily. Ooh, and you know what? We can grab this and keep on going. Still not seeing any really obvious ways up to the surface, but... And then, I suppose with our prospector, we can just keep digging. Awanesse, I think we'll just keep her there maybe for now. Maybe we'll send one of our shrines over to help or something. Are there any structures that need to be cleared out? This tomb needs to be explored. Looks like most of these things have been cleared out already. So that's good for us. Oh, now, hang on here. Spring of Life. I'm assuming that she's already built that. Let's take a look. Nice, Stables of Vigor. So that's great because my mounted units that are produced there get free movement, fast healing, and high morale. And that's going to impact our Griffin Riders, which is really good. Boy, that's fantastic. Very glad I have her city now. That's amazing. Yeah, and the cannons here, I think we'll just kind of group them up like that. Tell them to chill out. Send our cannon up north. All right, so I think that's pretty much all of our unit movement. Let's think about research now. We've almost got 400, not quite. Cleanse the source. This is a way to turn corrupted farms, corrupted spring, haunted inn, or well of souls into one that benefits my living units a little bit better. Resurrect Hero would be kind of nice to have at this point as well, just in case somebody goes down. And again, we can always go for our in-game spells here as well. I have a feeling we're going to need them later on, so... I think we'll do... Oh, you know, the thing I don't want to do with Resurrect Hero is it's a really inefficient use of my knowledge here, because, again, we only need 15 extra, and then we could do it in a single turn. Alright, let's do Destabilize Mana Core. Let's just start working on it. And that's going to bring us right to the end of our turn, which I think is a great place to end the episode, and we can also maybe do our spell casting real quick before we wrap it up. So, where would the Hellhound be the most beneficial? I think we've got pretty good units up here. Don't really need additional. We've got this little stack of miscellaneous tier 1s. Lots of machines coming in. Probably use an additional engineer or two, but we do have that builder on its way as well, so we'll at least have healing in that regard. And then Pimpton's stack is pretty juicy. So let's think about where would the Hellhound be the most beneficial. Maybe in this stack, just because I think we're going to need all the units we can get in this upcoming battle with all of these nasty Shadow Stalkers. That is going to be gross. Really not looking forward to that battle. So yeah, let's throw it up here. And then let's Let's see, what else do we have? We could build a spell jammer. So we... Whoops. If we do this, then we can basically jam any spell casting that's going to happen, which would be pretty cool. So we do it here. I don't know if... I'm not sure. I guess we can't do it outside of an enemy city like this until maybe we need to be a bit closer with our hero or something. Either that or... it might have to be inside of our city. Okay, I get it. So that's not one we can use. Again, we do have mana fuel cell ready to go. Which, you know what? We could throw that on a city that we're actually going to absorb here in one turn. So perhaps on... Yeah, on Nurm. Let's do that. And then, you know what? I think we've got one more we can use on another city that's about to be absorbed. What? I'm just trying to think. What are the other cities here? This guy's not yet. Oh, and Hrim as well. We can do it on Hrim. Perfect. So now when they flip over, they should both be ready to go with improved production. And then we can start... Maybe we can go for another spy drone here for next turn. I think that's a good place to leave it, so we'll zoom out. So now it's 2 down, 4 to go instead of 5 down, 1 to go. Or excuse me, 1 down, 5 to go. So, yeah, really good progress. We've killed 2 out of 6. And that one team is down to just a single player, that being Camille, and we're zeroing in on her throne city. So I think it's not going to be long before we've killed off that entire team of 3, and then it'll just be Quandria and Zorn and the other person on that team, which is... Let me zoom back in and find out. So it's Galendil. That's the other one I'm forgetting. So Galendil, Quandria, and Zorn. So yeah, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.